Good morning, boys. Today we're starting off with the topic of coordinates. Although for some of you, especially those in year 7.1, they already know something about coordinates because we've started it in the week before school closure. I still decided to start from the beginning due to the fact that there were some of you who were absent during the week before school closure. Now, coordinates is a very easy topic, but it is also a very important topic because coordinates can help us find the exact position of things. For example, let's say that we have a skyscraper with a marked window, and we need to describe exactly the position of that window. Now, some of you may say, okay, to find that window we can climb up 5 floors and then move right 2 places. Others may say, okay, to arrive at that window I need to move right 2 spaces and then climb up 5 floors. Both versions, as you can realize, both versions are correct because you still arrive at the marked window, but there is a problem. And the problem is that some of you started vertically and then moved horizontally. Others started horizontally and then moved up vertically. Now, this problem had cropped up in the 17th century. In the 17th century, a famous mathematician in France called René Descartes lay in bed one night. As he lay there, he looked up at the ceiling in his bedroom. And there he noticed a fly was asleep on the ceiling. Now, Descartes, being a mathematician, wondered if he could figure out a way of stating where exactly the fly was on the ceiling. Obviously, it had to be a precise description, he thought. I can't really say to the left or near the right or in the middle. So thinking and thinking over again, what did Descartes decide to do? He decided that if he drew 2 lines at right angle to each other, so he thought of drawing a vertical line and a horizontal line, and they both meet at right angles, then he might be able to come up with a way of describing the exact position of the fly. So, to help him, he decided to place numbers on the bottom row, or as we can see, it's the horizontal row, and even on the sides, on the vertical row. He thought that now he could state accurately where exactly the fly was on the ceiling. But after giving it some thought, he realized that there was a problem. Should he give the vertical number of tiles first, followed by the horizontal? Or should he give the horizontal number first, then the vertical? And so he decided to give the horizontal number first and the vertical number second. To help people remember this, he decided to label the horizontal line as the x-axis and the vertical line as the y-axis, because as we know, the x comes before y in the alphabet. He also managed to label the point where the two lines meet, point O, as the origin. Now, as we said, the x comes before the y. Like so when we describe the position of things, we must start from the horizontal first, the horizontal movement, and then the vertical movement, like as Descartes described it as in the alphabet. Or else, like when we play snakes and ladders, we first crawl and then we climb. Let's say that the fly is in the marked position. In this marked position. So, remember that we need to describe the horizontal movement first and then the vertical. So, to arrive at that marked point, we need to move horizontally 3 units and then climb up 1 unit. So, the position of the fly, another word is the coordinates of the fly, are 3 for the horizontal movement and then 1 for the vertical movement. We write coordinates inside a bracket, separated by a comma. Now, the first number, since we read from the x-axis in a horizontal movement, it is called x-coordinate. The second number, since we read from the vertical axis, the y-axis, it is the y-coordinate. Thus, René Descartes came up with the xy plane. A plane in mathematics is a surface. Eventually, and nowadays we still know it, it is called the Cartesian plane after his surname, Cartesian from Descartes. Now, let's practice a bit. Let's say that instead of at 3,1, the fly is here, in this marked position now. To describe that position, to read that position, we say that we move 2 horizontally and then we climb 2. So let's label this position, this is, let's say this is position A and this is position B. So position B is at 2, 3. 2 for the x-coordinate, the horizontal movement, and 3 for the y-coordinate, the vertical movement. Let's say that the fly is here. I'm going to use a green pen to help you recognize it. Let's call it point C. Now, for point C, we did not move horizontally at all. So the first coordinate, the x-coordinate, is 0 because we did not move horizontally. We only climbed upwards 5 units, so the vertical position is 5, or the y coordinate is 5. So, point C is at 0, 5. 0 is the x coordinate, 5 is the y coordinate. 0 refers to the horizontal movement because we did not move horizontally at all. And 5 refers to the vertical movement because we climbed up 5 units. Now, let us practice some more. Let's say that we have this question which reads the following grid shows several areas in an amusement park. We have the roller coaster, we have the water slide, we have the pond, the puppet show, and the park. Now, we need to read the coordinates of these areas. And the first question is, what is found at the point with coordinates 2, 6? At 2, 6, so the first number, the 2, refers to the horizontal movement, so we need to move horizontally 2 units. The 6, the second number, refers to the vertical movement, so we need to move up vertically 6 units. And there we find the puppet show. So at 2, 6, we find the puppet show. Now, write down the coordinates of the point where there is the water slide. The water slide. To arrive at the water slide, we need to move 4 to the right. And 5, and then 5 upwards. So, since we need to move 4 to the right, the first coordinate, the x coordinate, should be 4. So it's 4, comma. The second coordinate, the y coordinate, since we had to move up 5 units, so it must be 5. The pond, to arrive at the pond, we need to move 6 units to the right, horizontally to the right. And then we move up 2 units. So, the x coordinate, the horizontal movement is 6. And the vertical movement is 2. The y coordinate is 2. So the coordinates of the point are 6, 2. Now, let's do another example. Janice marks the location of some places on the map of Malta and Gozo. On the map, the Skorba temples has coordinates 5, 4 because to arrive at Skorba temples we must move 5 units to the right and then we climb up vertically 4 units. So the coordinates of Skorba temples are 5, 4. Now, the first question. Write down the coordinates of Sannat. To arrive at Sannat, we need to move horizontally 2 units and vertically 7 units. So the x-coordinate of Sannat is 2, The y-coordinate of Sannat is 7. So the coordinates of Sannat are 2, 7. Now, to arrive at Imsida, the second question, we must move horizontally 7 units and climb up 3 units. So to arrive at Imsida, the x-coordinate is 7, whereas the y-coordinate is 3. So the coordinates of Imsida are 7, 3. Dingley now. To arrive at Dingley, we must move horizontally 6 units and we go up 1 unit. So the x-coordinate of Dingley is 6, the y-coordinate of Dingley is 1, so it's 6, 1. The Luqa coordinates. To arrive at Luqa, we must move 8 units to the right and 2 units up. So the x-coordinate is 8, whereas the y-coordinate is 2. So the coordinates of Luqa are 8, 2. We will stop here for today's lesson. Now, boys, you have a worksheet uploaded on Clicks, which you must work out, and then upload it again so that I can see your homework. Any difficulties you may have, you may contact me on community chat so that we can clear up any difficulties that you might have. That's all for today now. Bye, boys. Bye and take care.